On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Doppelganger.
A person who closely resembles or is a double of another person, often used to describe an uncanny similarity in appearance between two individuals.
Examples:
Celebrity doppelganger, evil doppelganger. The actress's doppelganger was hired to perform the more dangerous stunts in the film.
Brilliant.
Extremely clever, skilled, or impressive.
Examples:
Brilliant idea, brilliant performance. The more brilliant you are, the more people around you look at you with envy and jealousy.
Slightly.
In a small degree or extent, a little.
Examples:
Increase slightly. Slightly alkaline soils. He moved his body slightly to the left.
Mad.
Insane, especially due to a mental illness, very angry.
Examples:
A mad person. Gets mad easily. He was mad with joy to see the results.
Android.
A robot with a human appearance, operating system, Google's mobile operating system.
Examples:
Household Android. Android tablet. The lab is developing an android robot that assists in dangerous construction work.
Saga.
A long, detailed story or account of heroic deeds, family history, or notable events, often consisting of a series of connected episodes.
Examples:
Fantasy saga. Historical saga. The epic saga of the family's journey through time captivated readers worldwide.
Skull.
A bone framework that surrounds the brain and gives the head its shape.
Examples:
Skull fracture. Have a thick skull. Archaeologists found a Neanderthal skull at that historic site.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Transparent.
Easy to perceive, detect, or understand, of a material or article, permitting light to pass through freely.
Examples:
A transparent lie. Transparent crystal. The focus of these initiatives is to make the financial system more transparent.
Plexiglass.
A transparent plastic material that is often used as a substitute for glass in various applications, such as airplane windows and aquariums.
Examples:
Plexiglass partition. Plexiglass window. The plexiglass shield protected the workers from flying debris.
Dome.
A rounded vault forming the roof of a building or structure, typically with a circular base.
Examples:
Snow dome. Dome structure. The cathedral dome soared high above, its stained glass windows casting colorful light on the altar below.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Observe.
To watch or notice something carefully, often to gather information or insights, to take note of something or someone, to celebrate or commemorate a special event or occasion.
Examples:
Observe a tradition. Observe wildlife. It is important to observe safety procedures in the workplace to prevent accidents.
Optical.
Of or relating to or light or the ability to see. Noun, the science of light and vision, and to instruments and techniques used in the study and application of light.
Examples:
New optical glasses. Optical fiber. The optical illusion made it appear like the building was floating in midair.
Contrast.
To put in opposition, to show or emphasize differences.
Examples:
Contrast with a decade ago. Contrast two things. It's intriguing to compare and contrast the two authors.
Evil.
Profoundly immoral, cruel, and wicked, having or exerting a harmful effect on people.
Examples:
Evil ways. A charm against evil. Corruption is an evil act for any reason.
Twin.
Either of two children born at the same time from the same mother.
Examples:
A twin lens camera. A twin room. Its twin brothers are difficult to tell apart except for their parents.
Lust.
A strong desire or craving, usually of a sexual nature.
Examples:
Feel a pang of lust. Give in to lust. His lust for money and power drove him to make unethical decisions.
Domination.
The act of having control or power over someone or something.
Examples:
Fall under foreign domination. Domination power. The domination of the Roman Empire over the Mediterranean region lasted for centuries.
Motif.
A recurring element in an artistic or literary work, typically a particular image or idea, a theme that is repeated or elaborated in a piece of music.
Examples:
Animal motif. The motif of a music piece. The repeating floral motif in the wallpaper added a touch of elegance to the room.
Sinister.
Giving the impression that something bad or evil is happening or will happen.
Examples:
Sinister look. In sinister terms. The dark clouds in the sky gave off a sinister feeling.
Straight.
Extending or moving in one direction without bending or curving, having no deviations.
Examples:
A straight line. Straight for 2 months. He was sick for 5 straight days.
Neuroscience.
The scientific study of the function, structure, and disorder of the brain and the nervous system.
Examples:
The branch of neuroscience. A theoretical concept in neuroscience. Our university is famous for its professors, who are well-versed in behavioral neuroscience.
Observation.
The act or activity of carefully examining or monitoring something or someone.
Examples:
Class observation day. Observation instrument. In the hospital, she will remain under constant observation.
Analyze.
To think about in depth and evaluate to discover essential features or meaning.
Examples:
Analyze a chemical compound. Analyze your real motives. The teacher attempted to analyze the root cause of our mistake.
Neuron.
A cell that is specialized to carry information within the brain and between the brain and other parts of the body.
Examples:
Excite the neurons. Neuron cell body. Our body transfers information along each neuron using an electrical impulse.
Chant.
A simple melody or tune, typically one that is repeated or sung in a monotonous way. Verb, recite with musical intonation.
Examples:
Chant melodies. Chant in the chapel. The soccer game crowd broke into a chant of "Go, team, go."
Simulate.
To make a pretense of someone's behavior or looks, to reproduce something that exists in real life using computers, models, etc., usually for study or training purposes.
Examples:
Simulate climate change. Simulate a future scenario. He had painted the wood to simulate stone.
Dot.
A very small circular mark, especially one that is printed.
Examples:
Connecting the dots. Dot blot method. The wallpaper had a pattern of pink dots on a white surface.
Nervous.
Worried and anxious about something, relating to the nerves.
Examples:
Development of the nervous system. Get nervous. He suffers from nervous breakdowns.
Visible.
Capable of being seen or open to easy view.
Examples:
Visible stars. Visible by X-ray. My home is easily visible from the shore.
Fir.
A type of tall evergreen tree that is native to the northern hemisphere, with needle-like leaves and cones that stand upright on the branches.
Examples:
Fir branch. Fir forest. The smell of fresh fir trees filled the air at the Christmas tree farm.
Electrical.
Relating to electricity.
Examples:
An electrical storm. Degree in electrical engineering. Actuators convert electrical pulses into motion.
Impulse.
A sudden strong and unreflective wish or need to do something. The electrical discharge that travels along a nerve fiber.
Examples:
A combative impulse. Profound religious impulses. Nerve impulses cross a synapse through the action of neurotransmitters.
Roughly.
Approximately, but not precisely, with a violent manner.
Examples:
Roughly explain my idea. Roughly speaking. 5 miles is roughly similar to 8 kilometers.
Cockroach.
A flat, brown or black, chiefly nocturnal insects sometimes found in the home.
Examples:
Cockroach killer. Have a cockroach phobia. Cockroaches sometimes cause allergic reactions in humans.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Perception.
A belief, opinion, or image you have based on how you regard, understand, or interpret something, the ability to see, hear, or notice something through the senses.
Examples:
Keen perception. Perception of a stimulus. He is a man admired for the depth of his perception.
Emotion.
A strong feeling such as love, anger, etc., deriving from one's situation, mood, or relationships with others.
Examples:
Control my emotion. Afraid to show emotion. Some emotions are common across cultures and backgrounds.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Breaker.
A person or thing that breaks, disrupts, or interrupts. A large wave that collapses or breaks forcefully onto the shore or against an obstacle.
Examples:
Record breaker, tide breaker. He used a circuit breaker to restore power to the entire building.
Symbol.
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color, symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Rearrange.
To change the order or position of things already made, to change the time, date, or place of an event already planned.
Examples:
Rearrange the furniture. Rearrange his schedule. Please rearrange these files as we start a new project tomorrow.
Decode.
To convert something, such as a message or piece of information, from a specific form into one that you can understand.
Examples:
Decode a message. Ability to decode the differences. The software could decode the encrypted data and reveal the hidden information.
Intervention.
The action or process of being done to improve or help a circumstance, often they have not been asked to do so.
Examples:
Intervention by foreign powers. Surgical intervention. This intervention does not require the patient's consent.
Achieve.
To successfully complete a task or goal, often through hard work, perseverance, and dedication, to attain or accomplish something that one has set out to do.
Examples:
Achieve success. Achieve milestones. I will work hard to achieve my goals and realize my dreams.
Precision.
The quality or condition of being exact and accurate.
Examples:
A precision instrument. Speak with precision. This operation requires both patience and precision.
Realistic.
Having or showing a sensible and practical idea that is possible to achieve.
Examples:
A realistic goal. A realistic goal. That story was so realistic, and it was scary.
Grandiose.
Impressive or grand in size, appearance, or manner, especially in an exaggerated or pompous way.
Examples:
Grandiose project. Make a grandiose claim. The grandiose mansion was a testament to the family's wealth and status.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Unravel.
Undo twisted, knitted, or woven threads by separating it.
Examples:
Unravel a knit. Unravel a plot. Detectives are still attempting to unravel the mystery of his death.
Mystery.
Something difficult to understand or explain, a secret or enigmatic quality that adds to the fascination or interest of something. A genre of fiction that involves the solution of a crime or a puzzle.
Examples:
Mystery novel. Unsolved mystery. The mystery surrounding the disappearance of the traveler has yet to be solved by authorities.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Tinker.
To make repairs, adjustments, or improvements to something, especially in an experimental or makeshift way.
Examples:
Tinker with the bill. Tinker with the settings. He spent the afternoon tinkering with his car engine.
Illustrious.
Famous, respected, and honored.
Examples:
An illustrious achievement. Illustrious figure. The illustrious scientist won the Nobel Prize for his groundbreaking work.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Twitch.
To make a sudden and quick movement with a part of the body. Noun, a sudden, small, jerky movement of a muscle or part of the body.
Examples:
Twitch at his sleeve. Twitch of an eye. She couldn't stop her leg from twitching nervously.
Lumbar.
Of or relating to the lower part of the spine, between the rib cage and the pelvis.
Examples:
Lumbar pain. Lumbar anesthesia. The lumbar region of the spine is susceptible to pain and injury.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Nugget.
A small piece of gold or other precious metal or mineral found ready formed in the earth, a small round piece of some food.
Examples:
A gold nugget. Nugget of truth. It took a few weeks to extract the nugget of information from those complicated sources.
Neural.
Of or relating to a nerve or the nervous system that includes the brain.
Examples:
Neural stem cells. Neural networks in AI. There was a disturbance of neural function.
Probe.
A tool used for testing or examining, especially for medical or scientific purposes, or an exploratory mission to a planet or other celestial body. Verb, to investigate, examine, or search into something.
Examples:
A lunar probe. Probe for inside information. NASA sent a probe to study the atmosphere of Jupiter.
Electrode.
Either of 2 points or ends of a conductor at which electricity enters or leaves an object, substance, or region.
Examples:
Platinum electrodes. Electrode corrosion. It is important to place the electrodes in the correct position for accurate electrocardiogram recording.
State of the art.
Characterized by the use of the latest and most advanced technology or methods, cutting edge.
Examples:
State-of-the-art technology. State-of-the-art software. The hospital has state-of-the-art equipment and facilities to ensure the best health care for its patients.
Drawback.
A disadvantage or inconvenience that makes something less attractive.
Examples:
The drawback of his method. One of the main drawbacks. He pointed out all the drawbacks to our plan.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Crude.
Being in an unrefined or natural state. Noun, the unprocessed form of oil.
Examples:
Price of crude oil. Crude manners. His crude jokes made her angry.
Insert.
To put something inside something else.
Examples:
Insert coin. Insert a graphic. She inserted a new chapter into her manuscript.
Simultaneously.
At the same time.
Examples:
Simultaneously affected. Take several inputs simultaneously. Two students answered the teacher's question simultaneously.
Logic.
A way of thinking or reasoning conducted or evaluated by strict validity principles, the study of correct reasoning or good arguments.
Examples:
An indisputable logic. A demonstration in logic. There's no logic in his description.
Upside.
The positive aspect or potential of something, the upper side of something.
Examples:
Have no upside. Market upside. Many people see the upside of traveling as an opportunity to experience new cultures and broaden their horizons.
Spot.
A particular location or place, a small round or roundish area, differing in color or feels from the surface around it.
Examples:
Beauty spot. A spot on his honor. This remote spot is rarely visited.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Element.
A fundamental or essential part of something.
Examples:
New design elements. Non-metallic elements. Natural selection is an essential element in Darwin's theory of evolution.
Responsive.
Quick to respond or react to something.
Examples:
Responsive to affection. Responsive customer service. The responsive website design allows for easy navigation on any device.
Diffuse.
Spread out widely, not concentrated in one place.
Examples:
Diffuse bleeding. Diffuse cloud. Direct lighting is preferable to diffuse lighting when reading.
Broadcast.
To send out a program or some information on radio or television.
Examples:
Broadcast a concert. Broadcast a radio ad. Most of the programs are broadcast in this area.
Flash.
A sudden intense burst of radiant energy, a momentary brightness.
Examples:
A flash of lightning. Brilliant flash. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Literally.
In the real or original meaning of a word or phrase, in a literal sense or way, not figuratively.
Examples:
Translate literally. Bite his tongue literally. He literally jumped out of his chair when he heard the news.
Overcome.
To succeed in controlling or dealing with something, such as a problem or difficulty, to defeat or overwhelm someone.
Examples:
Overcome opponents. Overcome all difficulties. He tried to overcome a bad reputation and win the election.
Obstacle.
A thing that blocks one's way or prevents or hinders progress.
Examples:
An obstacle to progress. Obstacle avoidance. The obstacle course was challenging but fun.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Invasive.
Spreading very quickly, and often aggressively, and difficult to stop.
Examples:
Invasive breast cancer. Invasive species. The invasive disease can spread quickly and potentially cause a global pandemic.
Wireless.
Of or relating a connection or communication that does not require a physical wire or cable, often through the use of radio waves or electromagnetic signals.
Examples:
Wireless access. Wireless charging. The office's wireless network allows employees to work from anywhere in the building.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Receiver.
The part of a phone that you hold close to your ear and mouth, a person who receives something.
Examples:
A GPS receiver. Aid receiver. Delivery companies often require the receiver's signature to certify the completion of package delivery.
Fabricate.
To make something, especially by assembling parts or constructing it from raw materials. To invent and present something false as true or real to deceive someone.
Examples:
Fabricate a chemical. Fabricate an excuse. The detective discovered that the witness had fabricated her story about the crime.
Encode.
To convert information into a code or format suitable for storage or transmission.
Examples:
Encode data. Encode information. The software can encode and decode encrypted messages.
Genetic.
Of or relating to genes, equals parts of the DNA in cells, or the science of genes.
Examples:
Have genetic testing. A genetic disorder. Understanding protein folding is a vital step in deciphering the genetic code.
Makeup.
Colored substances used on someone's face to improve or change their appearance.
Examples:
Makeup artist. Take the makeup off her face. Her beauty resulted from a good night's sleep rather than makeup.
Spontaneously.
In a way that is natural, not planned or forced, and often sudden.
Examples:
Recover spontaneously after 5 days. This shift occurs spontaneously. The electrical cord spontaneously combusted.
Appreciate.
To value and acknowledge the worth of someone or something, to be grateful for something or someone.
Examples:
Appreciate her feedback. Appreciate the value. We would appreciate an early reply.
Simplicity.
The quality or condition of being natural and plain or easy to understand or do.
Examples:
A life of simplicity. Refined simplicity. He liked the car because of the simplicity of the design.
Concept.
An idea or principle associated with something abstract.
Examples:
Learn new concepts. Concept car. One such rapidly growing concept is quantum cryptography.
Technological.
Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
Technological advancement. Technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Gizmo.
A small gadget or mechanical device, particularly one that is difficult to name or describe.
Examples:
Handy gizmo. High-tech gizmo. You can find all kinds of interesting gizmos in this store.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology, cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Miraculous.
Very effective or lucky, or completely unexpected.
Examples:
A miraculous encounter. Go through a miraculous change. He made a miraculous recovery.
Zoom.
To move along very quickly, noun, the act of rising upward into the air.
Examples:
Zoom in on a photo. Zoom lens. He zoomed back in time to the soccer game.
Purple.
Of a color intermediate between red and blue.
Examples:
Deep purple. Purple sweet potatoes. The plant has a stunning purple blossom.
Membrane.
A soft, thin layer that forms animal or vegetable tissue.
Examples:
Cell membranes. Nuclear membrane. Loud noises might harm the fragile ear membrane.
Stud.
A small object with a head on one end and a sharp point on the other, used for fastening clothing, leather, or other materials. An animal used for breeding, typically a male horse or bull that is of superior breeding stock. Verb, to decorate or adorn with studs, to provide with studs for support.
Examples:
Horse stud. Wall stud. He bought a new stud to attach the strap to his watch.
Microscopic.
Tiny, exceedingly precise and detail-oriented, of or used in microscopy.
Examples:
Microscopic inquiry. Microscopic analysis. Inspectors noticed microscopic cracks in the submarine's hull.
Pore.
A tiny hole in the skin of people or other animals that sweat can pass through. Verb, to read carefully or study attentively.
Examples:
Woody pore fungi. Pore over reference books. I was sweating at every pore.
Conduct.
To organize and carry out a particular activity.
Examples:
Conduct a background check. Conduct research. Police will conduct random breath testing for drunk driving.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Receptor.
An organ having nerve endings that respond to stimulation such as heat or cold and makes the body react in a particular way.
Examples:
Cellular receptor. Receptor for HIV in humans. Hay fever occurs when a substance called histamine binds to receptors in the nose and eyes.
Activate.
Make something start working, more active or dynamic.
Examples:
Activate a receptor. Activate a motor. You must activate the software with a 16-digit key before you can use it.
Incredible.
Unbelievable, extremely large.
Examples:
Incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Gene.
The fundamental unit of heredity and the sequence of nucleotides in DNA that codes for the creation of RNA or protein.
Examples:
Gene expression. Gene cloning. A defective gene is responsible for the disease.
Exploit.
To make full use of and gain an advantage from resources, opportunities, etc.
Examples:
Exploit a security hole. Exploit a valuable opportunity. We exploit our mining resources to strengthen our national power.
Cartoon.
A simple drawing depicting a humorous or critical situation, often accompanied by a caption.
Examples:
Cartoon character. Cartoon industry. He spent his afternoon watching cartoon movies on TV.
Bluish.
Having a color that is a shade of blue.
Examples:
Bluish cloth. Bluish color. The flowers had a bluish tint, indicating they needed to be riper.
Purity.
The state of being undiluted or unmixed with anything else, the state of being free from immorality, especially of a sexual nature.
Examples:
The degree of purity. High purity. Higher purity requires additional equipment and energy.
Artificial.
Not natural and made by human beings, not real, but produced to resemble something.
Examples:
Artificial flowers. Artificial environment. The artificial intelligence system has revolutionized the way we live and work.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples:
Have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Deflect.
To cause something, especially a criticism or attack, to be directed away from someone.
Examples:
Deflect a blow. Deflect his criticism. The soccer player was able to deflect the ball away from the goal.
Trace.
To find or discover someone or something that was lost.
Examples:
Trace a telephone call. Trace back to medieval times. Let's trace the origins of some familiar foreign words.
Pulse.
The regular heartbeat as it sends blood around the body, especially when it is felt at the wrist or side of the neck, a solid regular vibration of sound, electric current, light, or other waves.
Examples:
A weak pulse. Pulse waves. The cardiac monitor displays the intensity of your pulse.
Moving.
Causing strong emotions or feelings, especially sadness or sympathy.
Examples:
Moving experience. Moving ceremony. His moving speech about his struggles with addiction brought tears to the audience's eyes.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples:
Equivalent amounts. Equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Graduate.
A person who has a first degree from university or college. Verb, to complete the first course of university or college and get a degree.
Examples:
Graduate degree program. Honor graduate. Many employers hire graduate trainees to train as managers.
Frustrate.
To hinder or prevent efforts, plans, or desires from doing, succeeding, or being fulfilled. To make someone feel upset or annoyed because they are unable to change or achieve something.
Examples:
Frustrate the advancement. Frustrate other team members. The coach explained a strategy to frustrate the opponent's schemes to the players.
Swat.
To strike or hit someone or something with a quick, sharp blow, usually with the hand or a flat object. Noun, an acronym that stands for Special Weapons and Tactics, specialized groups within police departments that are trained to handle high-risk operations that regular officers are not equipped to deal with.
Examples:
Expertly swat back the ball. SWAT operation. I had to swat away a fly that was buzzing around my head.
Reflex.
An automatic and unthinking response to a particular stimulus, a physical reaction to external stimuli.
Examples:
Reflex test. Knee reflex. My leg kicked involuntarily when the doctor tapped my knee with the reflex hammer.
Vibrate.
To move or cause anything to move fast and in small increments from side to side.
Examples:
vibrate at a regular frequency, vibrate with anger. During the flight, the wings of the plane vibrate.
Plat.
A map or a plan that shows the division and layout of land into lots or parcels, a piece of land typically used for building or agricultural purposes.
Examples:
Plat book, a former plat of farmland. The city planning department keeps detailed plats of all the local properties.
Reaction:
a response that reveals a person's feelings or attitude. In chemistry, a process in which one or more substances are changed into others.
Examples:
chemical reaction, trigger a reaction. There was a chemical reaction of the lime with the groundwater.
Brutal.
Harsh or cruel.
Examples:
brutal bully, brutal honesty. The brutal attack left the victim with serious injuries.
Headless.
Having no head or lacking a head.
Examples:
find his headless body. Headless torso. The headless corpse was found in the alleyway behind the nightclub.
Groom.
To clean, brush, and care for the fur or feathers of an animal, to prepare oneself or someone else for a special event or occasion, to make something neat. Noun, also bridegroom, a man who is about to be married or has recently been married.
Examples:
groom duties. Groom a horse. I need to groom my dog before his fur gets too long.
Excessive.
Greater than what seems necessary, normal, or desirable.
Examples:
an excessive force. Take excessive care. It would be best if you did not demand such an excessive charge.
Trait.
A particular feature of your nature.
Examples:
chemical trait. Personality traits. Multiple genes may influence behavioral traits concurrently.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Decapitate.
To cut off the head of someone, to behead.
Examples:
decapitate the enemy. Decapitate a statue. The executioner was about to decapitate the condemned prisoner.
Vanity.
Excessive pride in or admiration of one's appearance or achievements.
Examples:
out of vanity. Wounded vanity. His vanity prevented him from seeing his flaws.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Motor.
A device that converts electricity, fuel, etc. into movement and makes a machine, vehicle, etc. work.
Examples:
A motor mechanic. DC motor control. Energy-efficient motors are needed to maximize the cruising distance of electric vehicles.
Spinal.
Of or relating to the spine, equals the long bone in the body's back.
Examples:
Spinal injury. Brain and spinal cord. The surgeon carefully confirmed how to remove the tumor to avoid damaging the spinal nerves.
Cord.
A strong, thick, or thin thread or rope, a piece of plastic-coated wire used to transport electricity to a piece of equipment.
Examples:
Spinal cord. Electrical cord. Your spinal cord is located deep within your body.
Optogenetics.
A branch of biotechnology that involves the use of light to control the activity of genetically modified cells or neurons in living tissue, often used in neuroscience research.
Examples:
Optogenetics technique. Optogenetics manipulation. The recent advances in optogenetics research have paved the way for a deeper understanding of neuronal functions.
Explode.
To burst or break open violently and noisily, to cause something to burst or break open.
Examples:
Explode in anger. Explode in popularity. The old building exploded in a fiery inferno.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Interfere.
To get involved in and prevent a process or activity from continuing.
Examples:
Interfere in another country's affairs. Interfere with DNA synthesis. Your talking interferes with my work.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Profound.
Extremely great, sensed or experienced very strongly, displaying a high level of knowledge or comprehension.
Examples:
A profound book. The profound depths of the sea. My mother's illness had a profound impact on us all.
String.
Long, thin material used for tying things together, composed of several twisted threads.
Examples:
Retie the string and make it strong. Tense piano strings. She wore a string of pearls around her neck.
Constant.
Happening repeatedly or all the time.
Examples:
A constant wind. A constant temperature. Constant dropping wears away the stone.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something. To come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Cope.
To deal with and overcome difficulties or problems.
Examples:
Cope with stress. Cope alone with a child. The company was able to cope with the changes in the market by introducing new products.
Decision maker.
A person who makes important decisions, especially at a high level in an organization.
Examples:
Policy decision maker. Act as a decision maker. A wealth of information does not always have a positive impact on decision makers.
Implement.
To put a decision, plan, or system into effect.
Examples:
Implement a corporate strategy. Implement security measures. The government promised to implement a new system to control the financial crisis.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government. A course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
Health policy. Foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Context.
The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning.
Examples:
Historical context. Legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision.
Operate.
To work in a particular way, to supervise something.
Examples:
Operate 24 hours a day. Manually operate a machine. This machine is too difficult to operate for me.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Loop.
A shape like a curve or a circle made by something long and thin, such as a piece of string, that bends round and crosses itself.
Examples:
Exit from a loop. Positive feedback loop. Many people in this city use the loop railway for transportation.
Neurobiology.
A field of biology that studies the structure, function, and development of the nervous system, including the brain, spinal cord, and peripheral nerves, encompassing a wide range of research topics, including the molecular and cellular processes involved in neural signaling, the organization of neural circuits, and the neural basis of behavior, cognition, and emotion.
Examples:
Neurobiology research. Cellular neurobiology. The professor's research in neurobiology has led to groundbreaking discoveries in the field of brain science.
Abstract.
Based on general ideas, feelings, or qualities and not on any of physical or concrete existence.
Examples:
An abstract noun. Abstract science. The invention of the camera triggered the development of abstract painting.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Dimension.
A measurable extent of a particular kind, such as width, height, or length.
Examples:
New dimension. The crosswise dimension. Overall dimensions are approximately 400 by 200 millimeters.
Chamber.
A large room used for a formal, public, or particular purpose, one of the parts of a parliament.
Examples:
A gas chamber. The lower chamber. The surgeon made an incision in the chambers of the patient's heart.
Vertical.
Upright or perpendicular to a horizontal surface or line.
Examples:
Vertical takeoff. Vertical axis. The ladder leaned against the vertical surface of the building.
Stack.
A pile of something arranged or laid one on top of another. A large tall chimney through which combustion gases and smoke can be evacuated.
Examples:
High stack. A large stack of paper. The earthquake caused a stack of lumber to crumble noisily.
Odor.
A distinctive or unpleasant smell, a scent or aroma that can be sensed through the sense of smell.
Examples:
Odor control. Pleasant odor. The odor from the trash can was unbearable, so I had to take it out.
Security.
The state of being free from danger, risk, or harm, measures taken to protect against threats or attacks, a financial asset, such as a stock or bond that derives value exclusively from the ownership interest or claim to a particular underlying asset or obligation.
Examples:
National security. Security analyst. The building's security system includes cameras, alarms, and security guards.
Pace.
The speed at which someone or something moves, or the rate at which something happens or changes.
Examples:
At your own pace. The runner's pace. The economy is growing at a supercharged pace.
Midpoint.
The exact middle point or position between two things or places, a point that is equidistant from two other points.
Examples:
Midpoint formula. Midpoint theorem. The midpoint between New York City and Los Angeles is located in Kansas.
Stream.
A small, narrow river, a continuous flow of something, such as liquid, gas, people, vehicles, etc.
Examples:
The stream of time. An endless stream of cars. Jet streams are the common name for air currents that form high in the atmosphere.
Midline.
An imaginary line that divides something, such as a shape, object, or body, into two equal or symmetrical halves.
Examples:
Midline incision. Midline herniation. The midline of a rectangle divides it into two halves.
Reflection.
The act of thinking deeply about something, or the ability to think deeply, the image of something that is seen in a mirror or other reflective surface.
Examples:
Reflection question. Photon reflection. The teacher asked the students to write a reflection on the book they had just read.
Intelligent.
Having the capacity for thought and reason, especially to a high degree.
Examples:
An intelligent person. Intelligent assisting system. Intelligent robots that can cooperate with humans have limited motor output for safety.
Incorporate.
To include something as a part of a larger entity.
Examples:
Incorporate the current trends. Incorporate technology into daily life. We will attempt to incorporate some of your suggestions into our future strategy.
Adaptive.
Capable of adjusting to new situations or changing conditions.
Examples:
The adaptive coloring. Adaptive technology. The adaptive learning system adjusts the difficulty level of the lessons based on the student's performance.
Intelligence.
The ability to learn, comprehend, or make judgments or conclusions based on reasons.
Examples:
An intelligence test. Field of artificial intelligence. In terms of intelligence, he was head and shoulders above his classmates.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Critic.
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic. Severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Commentary.
An expression or explanation of opinions or observations on a particular subject, event, or situation. Detailed analysis or explanation provided in writing or orally.
Examples:
Commentary piece. Political commentary. The sports commentary provided insightful analysis and observations throughout the game.
Nag.
To annoy or irritate someone persistently with repeated complaints, requests, or criticism. Noun, an old or overworked horse.
Examples:
Nag about the minor thing. Nag political leaders. She couldn't stop nagging her husband to take out the trash.
Catholic.
Universal and including many different types of things, related to or associated with the part of the Christian Church that has the Pope as its leader.
Examples:
Catholic in his tastes. The Catholic Church. Sociologists are now interested in Catholic world peace.
Church.
A building or institution dedicated to religious worship or activities, a Christian religious organization or denomination.
Examples:
Church bell. Small church. The church on the corner is hosting a free community meal tonight.
Ego.
A consciousness of your own identity, a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance, especially inflated one.
Examples:
Ego defense mechanisms. National ego. She was constantly trying to boost her ego by talking about her accomplishments.
Jewish.
Of or related to people whose traditional religion is Judaism.
Examples:
Jewish history. Jewish culture. My friend is a Jewish woman who celebrates Hanukkah every year.
Ingredient.
One of the things used to make something, especially one of the foods used to make a particular dish.
Examples.
Secret ingredients. Compound the ingredients. Greed is the primary ingredient in the making of criminals.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples.
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Breed.
To keep animals for producing offspring in a regulated manner.
Examples.
Breed horses. Breed suspicion. This animal breeds in northern latitudes.
Random.
Made, done, or happening without method, conscious decision, or any regular pattern.
Examples.
A random choice. Bombs fell at random. To find drunk drivers, police conduct random tests.
Pep.
Energy, enthusiasm, or liveliness. Verb, to give someone energy, enthusiasm, or liveliness.
Examples.
Pep me up. Have a lot of peps. The coach gave a pep talk to the team before the game to boost their spirits.
Reinforce.
To strengthen or support something, especially by adding another material to it, to make emotion, idea, etc. stronger.
Examples.
Reinforce the military. Reinforce good behavior. We should reinforce the troops at the front line.
Instance.
A particular example or single occurrence of something.
Examples.
For instance. Notable instance. These articles cite 5 instances of climate change.
Strain.
A force or pressure that stretches or pulls something, sometimes causing damage. Biology, a group of organisms within a species that differ in trivial ways from similar groups.
Examples.
Strain our eyes. A strain of bacillus. Dictators of the past often had the erroneous idea of a pure racial strain.
Neurotransmitter.
A chemical that carries nerve impulses between neurons or between neurons and muscles.
Examples.
Neurotransmitter receptor. Neurotransmitters released from the brain. Endorphins are a type of neurotransmitter that gives a sense of well-being.
Dopamine.
A chemical substance produced by nerve cells as a neurotransmitter. As a drug, it is used to treat shock and hypotension.
Examples.
Dopamine inhibiting agent. Antagonism of dopamine. The drug controls the level of dopamine in the brain.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Largely.
Virtually entirely, to a large degree.
Examples:
Largely accepted. Largely mitigate the issue. Nevada is largely a desert state.
Dramatically.
In a very impressive manner.
Examples:
He confessed dramatically. The cabin pressure fell dramatically. Life expectancy has grown dramatically this century.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
March.
To walk militarily with stiff, regular steps.
Examples:
March against the war. March east. The troops marched shoulder to shoulder.
Unchanged.
Not altered, modified, or varied in any way.
Examples:
Unchanged routine. Unchanged from the previous month. The company's policy remained unchanged despite the criticism.
Pause.
To take a short break from talking or doing something before continuing.
Examples:
Pause a moment. Pause for a reaction. The man paused before opening the door.
Scan.
To examine something hastily, with the eyes or with a machine, to get information.
Examples:
Scan the face of a man. Scan a document into PDF. She stood on the podium and scanned an audience.
Interface.
Computer science, a program that controls a display for the user and that allows the user to interact with the system. Chemistry, a surface forming a common boundary between two things.
Examples:
Interface between gas and liquid. The user interface. Detergent weakens the surface tension at the interface of two liquids.
Sniff.
To inhale audibly through the nose, often to detect or identify a smell. To draw in air through the nostrils with a quick, audible intake of breath.
Examples:
Sniff the air. Sniff the perfume. The dog stopped to sniff around the tree, looking for something interesting.
Instruction:
Detailed direction, order, etc., on how to do or use something.
Examples:
Individual instruction. Follow his instructions. They needed further instruction to perform their duties efficiently.
Structure:
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Mushroom:
A type of fungus that grows on dead or decaying organic matter and typically has a stalk and an umbrella-shaped cap.
Examples:
Mushroom spores. Mushroom cultivation. The mushroom risotto was delicious, but I couldn't identify all the mushrooms in it.
Formal:
Following established, public, or official forms and conventions, often in a serious or somber manner.
Examples:
A formal festival. Formal request. The event required formal attire, so he wore a suit and tie.
Anatomy:
The scientific study that deals with the physical structure of humans, animals, or plants.
Examples:
Animal anatomy. Anatomy of a country's collapse. The professor explained the anatomy of the nervous system.
Electronics:
The branch of physics and technology that deals with the behavior and control of electrons and the use of electronic devices and systems.
Examples:
Electronics industry. Electronics store. The company specializes in manufacturing and selling cutting-edge electronics.
Toy:
A thing, typically a small model or replica of something that is played with, especially by children.
Examples:
Toy store. Toy box. He gave his daughter a new toy for her birthday.
Circuit:
In electrical engineering, an electrical device that provides a path for electrical current to flow, a journey or route around a particular place or area.
Examples:
Circuit breaker. Federal Circuit courts. An intelligent battery has a voltage monitoring circuit.
Sensor:
A device that receives a signal or stimulus such as heat, pressure, light, motion, etc., and responds to it in a specific manner.
Examples:
Motion sensor lighting. An image sensor. This automatic door could no longer be opened due to a sensor failure.
Detect:
To find or recognize something, especially something difficult to see, hear, etc.
Examples:
Detect a bad event. Detect smuggling across borders. The security camera has detected 4 intruders.
Presence:
The fact or state that someone or something exists, occurs, or is present.
Examples:
The evidence of the presence. His majestic presence. The path to a solid online presence necessitates a high technical ability.
Odorous:
Having a strong or distinct smell, emitting a noticeable or pungent odor.
Examples:
Odorous gases. Odorous chemicals. The odorous smell coming from the garbage bin was unbearable.
Molecule:
A group of 2 or more atoms held together by attractive forces known as chemical bonds.
Examples:
Small molecules. Molecule behavior. The shape of the DNA molecule is a double helix.
Combination:
A collection of things that have been combined, an assemblage of separate parts or qualities.
Examples:
Genic combinations. Combination number. The combination to the safe was a secret.
Pilot:
A person who flies an aircraft, especially as a job, a person qualified to guide ships through a difficult area of water.
Examples:
A test pilot. Pilot production. The pilot exercised great care in landing.
Cockpit:
The area in an aircraft or spacecraft from which the pilot controls the aircraft or spacecraft.
Examples:
Navigator's cockpit. Cockpit ship. The pilot sat in the cockpit of the airplane.
Strength:
The quality or state of being physically, or sometimes mentally, strong.
Examples:
Strength of the economy. Muscular strength. Health and strength are, above all, gold.
Evasive:
Not willing to give clear or direct answers to a question or commit to a request, avoiding or escaping from difficulty or danger.
Examples:
Take evasive action. An evasive answer. He admitted all wrongdoing without using any evasive words in his press conference.
Initiate:
To begin or start something, to teach the basics or fundamentals of something to somebody, to formally admit someone into a group or organization.
Examples:
Initiate a project. Initiate a discussion. The committee will initiate an investigation into the company's financial records.
Suffer:
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Zap.
To strike, destroy, get rid of, or kill something or someone suddenly and with force.
Examples:
Zap a huge target. Zap barcode. They provided allies with powerful weapons that could zap the enemy from thousands of miles away.
Strengthen.
To become stronger or more effective, to make someone or something stronger or more effective.
Examples:
Strengthen the immune system. Strengthen a border patrol. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body.
Trigger.
To make something happen suddenly, to cause something such as a device, machine, etc., to function.
Examples:
Trigger a biochemical response. Trigger inflation. The incident triggered a political controversy.
Maneuver.
A motion or combination of moves that requires skill and care, a clever strategy, activity, or movement intended to give someone an advantage.
Examples:
Political maneuvers. Made a great maneuver. In this class, we learn the basic maneuver of a plane.
Exhilarating.
Making one feel very happy and lively, invigorating, providing a feeling of excitement or thrill.
Examples:
An exhilarating drink. Exhilarating view. Bungee jumping was an exhilarating experience that left me shaking with adrenaline.
Vague.
Not clearly expressed or understood.
Examples:
Vague idea. Make a vague answer. The vague rumor turned out to be false.
Notion.
A general idea or understanding of something, particularly an abstract or complex concept, a belief or opinion, often one that is not based on solid evidence or facts.
Examples:
Notion of success. Vague notion. The notion of time travel has long fascinated scientists and fiction writers alike.
Evaporate.
To turn a liquid into a gas, to become less intense and disappear gradually.
Examples:
Evaporate the water. Evaporate almost overnight. The sun will evaporate the mist.
Mechanism.
A part of a machine, or a set of parts that performs a task, a natural or established process that occurs during a specific situation or reaction.
Examples:
The mechanism for DNA replication. Defense mechanism. He discovered unique mechanisms for photochemical reactions.
Remains.
The leftover parts or pieces of something that have been destroyed, removed, or consumed, the physical or biological remains of a deceased person, plant, animal.
Examples:
Remains of a building. Human remains. The remains of the ancient civilization can still be seen in the city's ruins.
Lift.
To raise something to a higher position or level, to pick up something or somebody and move them to a different position.
Examples:
Lift sagging skin. Lift a ban on alcohol. The drought lifted the prices of grain globally.
Interaction.
The act of connecting with someone, mainly when working, playing, or spending time with them.
Examples:
The interaction between man and his environment. Interaction among human beings. The interaction of the two groups is good for brainstorming.
Distant.
Far away in space, time, or where you are, far apart in relevance, relationship, or kinship.
Examples:
A distant memory. Distant ancestors. The sun set over the crest of distant hills.